In this week's Report on Conditions, we've got some exciting footage of a residential structure fire in Indio. We'll also take you to an RV fire with power lines down in Perris, and we visit our emergency command center to thank our dispatch radio rock stars during National Telecommunications Week.
Perris, stand by for report on conditions.
Hello and welcome to CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department's Report on Conditions. I'm April Newman. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when we upload new episodes and other exciting stories. Before we get started, let's take a look at last week's response stats for the week of April 5th through April 11th, 2021. CAL FIRE, Riverside County Fire Department firefighters answered the call to 3,337 calls for service. Of these, 321 were fire calls and 2,854 were medical emergencies. Let's recap the Briar incident in Indio. Shortly after noon on Sunday, April 4th, 5 engines, 1 medic unit, a truck company, breathing support, and chief officer were dispatched to a residential structure fire at the 47,800 block of Madison Street in Indio. Upon arrival, the first on-scene engine company reported the detached garage of the single-story home fully involved. As you'll see in this video clip, firefighters made an aggressive attack on the fire, containing it to the garage. No injuries were reported. Now, let's go west to the Banning Pass area where firefighters had an early morning call out on April 4th to a commercial structure fire at the 1200 block of West Ramsey Street in Banning. Firefighters arrived to report an abandoned 2-story hotel with heavy smoke and fire showing from the front area of the building. A second alarm was dispatched to supplement on-scene resources, which included assistance by Morongo Fire Department. Strong work by 42 firefighters in containing the fire to a total of 6 units. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. Our next incident takes us to Perris. Just a couple of streets over from headquarters, firefighters were quick to arrive on scene of a large motorhome burning in the back alley at the 300 block of 3rd Street. Let's take an up-close look at the incident with an on-scene report filed by Public Safety Information Specialist Rob Rosine.
Good afternoon, I'm Rob Rosine with CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department. This afternoon, just before 5 p.m., we've received multiple calls of recreational vehicle on fire in the backyard of a property near the 400 block of 3rd Avenue in the city of Perris. First on scene was engine 3152 out of Station 1. They reported a RV fully engulfed in the backyard with exposure to 3 sides, including multiple residential structures. We also had power lines down upon arrival of those engines that really hampered the firefight in that time. They were able to get the fire knocked down to just the recreational vehicle at approximately 5:17.
By the time the fire was contained, the fire consumed the Class A motorhome, 1 outbuilding, and debris in the backyard of the property. Firefighters were on scene approximately 2.5 hours before declaring the fire controlled. Approximately 20 neighboring homes were without power overnight. Our final incident this week was reported at 12:26 a.m. at the 12,400 block of Kitching Street in Moreno Valley. The first arriving engine company reported heavy smoke and flames from the back of the residence with multiple exposures. 8 engine companies, 1 truck company, and a chief officer were on scene approximately 2 hours. The fire damage to the structure and 2 vehicles was estimated at approximately $200,000. 6 residents were displaced and are being assisted by the American Red Cross. 1 firefighter sustained non-life-threatening injuries.
In an emergency, seconds can mean the difference between life and death. Critical seconds can be lost if drivers don't yield to the right for emergency vehicles. When an emergency vehicle has its siren and red lights activated, California Vehicle Code requires drivers to yield to the right and remain stopped until the emergency vehicle passes by. Never stop in the middle of an intersection. Instead, continue through the intersection and then yield to the right as soon as safely possible.
The job of a firefighter is not an easy one. It involves ongoing training to keep their skills sharp, to perform their job and serve their communities at their best and most prepared level. Let's visit Captain Kyle Wallace at a multi-company training drill at Glen Avon Fire Station number 17.
Hello, my name is Kyle Wallace, Fire Captain here at Glen Avon Fire Station 17 with Cal Fire Riverside County Fire Department. Today we conducted some ladder drills and some basic search and rescue drills as well. Battalion members utilize search and rescue techniques, forcible entry tools, and portable ground ladders to gain access to a simulated fire. Once inside, we utilize drag techniques, carrying methods to get an unconscious victim outside safely to the exterior of the building. In addition to the simulated rescue, battalion members threw portable ground ladders to the fire station, utilizing extension ladders, roof ladders, and straight ladders.
April 11th through 17th is National Telecommunications Week. Our dispatchers are the first line of communication to anyone who calls 911. These highly trained unsung heroes are the heartbeat of public safety agencies. This week, we honor all of our fire communications dispatchers who are committed to serving others. Now we'll visit the Perris Emergency Command Center, the nerve center of our department. Let's join County Fire Chief Bill Weiser.
I'm here today at our Emergency Command Center in Perris. Every year during the second week of April, telecommunications personnel in the public safety community are honored. This annual week-long event is very important to our department as we recognize the dispatchers, the heroes behind the scene. I'm extremely proud of our Emergency Command Center and their dedication to serving not only our citizens of Riverside County, but our first responders as well. In 2020, our dispatchers processed over 172,000 calls for service in our response area. Please join me in thanking our dispatchers for their commitment, teamwork, and communication skills in making Riverside County a safer place to live and visit.
We would also like to recognize our 2019-2020 Dispatchers Performance and Recognition Award recipients. This annual event acknowledges dispatchers at the top of their skill in several categories. Please join us in congratulating Jolie Figueroa, Sydney Scarantino, and Megan Forcran. Also, let's congratulate Erin Goff, Heather Magula, Kaylee Reeves, Heather Prieto. We also congratulate Ashlyn Brinka, who received a letter of commendation for exemplary performance in emergency medical dispatch protocol on a pediatric drowning.
We are saddened to report CAL FIRE Riverside Unit legend Fire Captain Bob Hayden passed away this past Saturday, April 10th. Bob's many years of service and mentorship to countless firefighters will rank him as one of the best. Please help us remember Bob by those funny stories that only people that really knew him can tell. Also, keep the Hayden family in your thoughts and prayers. Memorial service details are forthcoming.
We appreciate your positive feedback and ideas for future episodes. That's going to do it for this week's Report on Conditions. To stay up to date on current incidents as they happen in Riverside County, be sure to follow at CAL FIRE RRU on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Also, if you have ideas for the show, let us know in the comments section. Did you capture a great incident photo or video clip? Send them to us at rrupio@fire.ca.gov. See you next week from your CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau team. Thanks for watching.